Hello students. Today we discuss about the question answers of lesson number 3 current electricity. Now last time assignment 10 is given. Some questions for your homework. You cross check your answers are correct or not. Some numerical problems solved examples given in our textbook that you also check. Now see one by one, and at the last we are solve the exercises question also except question number 5, that is match the column, that is given for your homework. Now question number of this lesson number 3 is 30. In this last video number 10, define a resistor. Already we marked this answer. What is given? A two-ended component having a given amount of resistance between its two ends is called a resistor. All are getting? This is a definition, this is the meaning of resistor. Next, already these two questions, that is resistors connected in series and resistors connected in parallel. These two questions already we learn in detail with their characteristic at the last. So resistors in series and resistors connected in parallel combination already we learned last time properly. So you check these answers, you write the answers like this way. This is a parallel combination, and on previous page this is a series combination of resistor. Now solved examples are given on page number 14 our textbook. Now all of you read the question carefully and see there what is given. 3 resistors having resistances of 15 ohm, 3 ohm and 4 ohm are connected in series. What is the effective resistance? Effective means all are getting now, that is the total resistance in the circuit. So write down given R1, R2, R3, that values. Then to find what we find out, effective means what? Total resistance of series, that is indicated as RS. Now formula, what is the effective resistance of series combination? That formula we learn, that is the RS is equal to what? R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now solution at the last, RS, therefore RS is equal to, substitute all the values of R1, R2, R3, make the addition 15 plus 3 plus 4, you are getting the answer 22 ohm. And at the last you write down that sentence, the effective resistance in the circuit is what? 22 ohm. Next question is given here. 2 resistors having resistances of 16 and 14 ohm are connected in series again. If a potential difference, that is voltage, is given, here 18 volt is applied across them, calculate the current flowing through the circuit, and second one potential difference across each individual resistor. Means what is the voltage passing through R1 and what is the voltage passing through R2. Now what are the given terms? So first resistor R1 is given, second resistance is given, then voltage potential difference given is 18 volt. Now to find total effective resistance of series combination, so RS equal to question mark. Now we find out the current and potential difference across R1 and R2 indicated as V1 and V2. Now check their formulas. So what is the first formula? RS equal to, only 2 resistors are there, so R1 plus R2. Current, by using the Ohm's law we are right there, current I is equal to V upon R. V means potential difference, divided by R means what? Resistance. By using the same formula here for the first resistor, so what is the potential difference passing across R1? So V1 is equal to IR1 and V2 is equal to IR2. Because in a series combination current is the same, that's why we are not writing here I1, only we write I. Now by using these 4 formulas we find out the answer. So first formula, RS equal to R1 plus R2, substitute the value 16 plus 14, so we are getting the answer 30 ohm. Next, let the current flowing through the circuit be indicated as I, and the potential difference across the 16 ohm, that is R1, and 14 ohm, that is a R2. Second resistance, B V1 and V2 respectively. Therefore, already voltage V is given, V1 plus V2, 18 volt is given in our question. So V is equal to IR. By using this Ohm's law equation, I is equal to what? V upon R. Substitute value 18 upon 30. So we are getting the answer in decimal form. So current is what? Same current is flowing through the circuit, 0.6 ampere. A means what? Ampere. Third formula, V1 is equal to IR1. Substitute the value. I value is what here? 0.6 multiplied by R1 is 16. After multiplication, we are getting the answer of V1 9.6. V means volt. V2 is equal to IR2. Again substitute the value. I is equal to 0.6 multiplied by R2 is 14. So 14 6 are 84. So 8.4 volt. That is the answer of second. So that much potential difference passing through R2. In this way, we are solving the numerical problems. Next numerical problems related to resistors connected in parallel. Now see that on page number 42 given in our textbook. Resistors having a resistances of 15 ohm, 20 ohm and 10 ohm are given, are connected in parallel. So what is the effective means the total resistance in the series in this circuit. So how many resistors are given? 3, 15, 20 and 10 ohm indicated as R1, R2, R3. What we find out? Effective resistance of this parallel combination indicated as RP equal to question mark. That is effective resistance of parallel. Now formula, we know the formula what? 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Now in solution, therefore 1 upon Rp equal to substitute the value of R1, R2, R3 in this formula. Now find out the LCM. So list common multiple of the numbers 15, 20 and 10 is 60. So we require the common denominator 60. So that multiple here 15 4s are 60. That's why numerator also multiplied by 4. 23s are 60. Numerical multiplied by 3. 10s is 6 are 60. Then multiplied by 6. So 4 1s are 4 plus 3 1s are 3 plus 6 1s are 6. So 4 plus 3 plus 6 upon 60. Now check that. So 1 up left side is 1 upon Rp equal to 13 upon 60. Therefore, do the cross multiplication or invert into operation. So interchange the numerator and denominator. Rp is equal to 60 upon 13. So we are getting the answer in decimal form. So to effective resistance, that is the total resistance in parallel combination, is what? 4.615 ohm. Next, one more numerical problem given in our textbook. 3 resistors having resistances of 5 ohm, 10 ohm and 30 ohm are connected in what? Parallel, and a potential difference is given 12 volt. Clear? 5 ohm, 10 ohm and 30 ohm. Potential difference, that is voltage, is given, is applied across them. Obtain the current. So current we find out flowing through the circuit and through the individual resistors. So R1, R2, R3. So what is the value of V1, V2 and V3? That we also find out here. And what is the effective resistance in the circuit? So it is connected. So we find the value of Rp. Now see there what we find out. So what do we find out? Obtain the current. Current is a different in parallel combination. Sorry, not V1. It is a I1, I2 and I3. That value we find out. Not V1, V2, V3. So across each resistor R1, R2, I1, I2, I3, total current and total resistance of parallel combinations by using the formulas. So we find out the value of I1 by using the Ohm's law. What is that? I1 equal to V upon R2. Same for I2, same for R3, I3. Then total current I is equal to I1, I2, I3, making the addition, and afterward at the last 1 upon Rp equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. By using this formula we find out the answer. So I1 equal to what? 12 upon, substitute the value. V is 12, potential difference V is 12 and R1 value is 5. So find the answer in decimal form. So I1 is what? 2.4 ampere, current measured in ampere. I2 is equal to what? V value is 12 divided by R2, second resistance is 10. So 12 upon 10 means 1.2. So I2 is second current passing through R2, that is given 1.2 ampere. I3 equal to, what is the formula of I3? V value is 12 divided by R3. R3 is what? 30. After division, we are getting the answer 0.4 amperes. Value of I3 is 0.4. So what is total current? I is equal to, make the addition, I1, I2, I3. So 2.4 plus 1.2 plus 0.4. So we are getting the answer 4.0, that is a 4 ampere. Next, but at the last 1 upon Rp, we are using the formula, substitute the value R1, R2, R3 value we substitute. Now again here LCM is what? 30. So make the denominator 30. So 5 6 are 30, that's why multiplied by 6 here. 10 3s are 30, that's why multiplied by 3 in second. And at the last already 30 is given here. So 1 upon Rp equal to what? 6 plus 3 plus 1 upon 30. So 10 upon 30, 1 upon Rp. So we are doing the cross multiplication and inverted operation. We are getting the answer 3 ohm. So in this way we are solving the numerical problems. Next, question number 37 given. Write a short note on fuse wires. So whatever the explanation given in our textbook, that we write point wise. So fuse wire. Fuse wire is used to protect domestic appliances. It is a made, second point, check there. It is made of a mixture of substances and has a specific melting point. Third point, it is connected in series. That is, fuse is always connected in series to the electric appliance. Fourth point, if for some reasons the current in the circuit increases excessively, the fuse wire gets heated up and melts. Next, point number 5 is given. In the circuit gets broken and flow of current stops, thus protecting the appliance. Next point, this wire is fitted in a groove in a body of porcelain like non-conducting material. Porcelain is what? Like a non-conducting material. And last point, for the domestic use, fuse wires with upper limits of 1 ampere, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 10 amperes are used according to the use of electricity. In this way, this is a short note question asked for 2 to 3 marks in exam. Next. Question number 38 given. Distinguish between potential difference and electric current. So first of all, we are writing the definition on both sides. Already we learned the definition of both, so you are getting half mark. Both the points required correct here. Now second point. In second point, write down the SI unit of potential difference is volt, SI unit of current is ampere. So we are getting half mark. Both units required correct on both sides. Next, third point, potential difference is increased by measured by voltmeter and current is measured by ammeter. So you are getting one more half mark. And at the last, write down the formula of potential difference and current. In this way, you are getting the 2 marks. On both the side, both the points required correct. Then you are getting the full marks. Otherwise, you reduce your marks. One more distinguish is given, that is resistors in series and parallel. So first point, what is there? Already we know the characteristic of these two combinations, series and parallel. Voltage across each resistor is different. Here the voltage across each resistor is same. The current through each resistor is the same in case of series, and here the current through each resistor is different and inversely proportional to the resistance. Third point is given, this combination is used. What is the use of this combination? To increase the effective resistance of circuit, and here on the right hand side to decrease the effective resistance of the circuit. Fourth point is given, the effective resistance of resistors is equal to the sum of their individual resistances, and on the right hand side the inverse of effective resistance means total resistance is equal to the sum of inverse of individual resistances. So you write any characteristic here in this distinguish. So this distinguish is asked for 2 marks. If distinguish asks for the 2 marks, so how many points you are writing? 4 points. Same distinguish is asked for the 3 marks, then how many points? So you write 2 more point, that is point number 5 and 6. Each point you are getting what? Half mark only. Both the points are required correct, then you are getting the marks. Otherwise you reduce your marks. Next one, this is your question number what? 39. Now exercise. of this lesson. First question is given. So all of you see there what is the question given. I will explain the answer. Okay, this is the question number 1. Diagram is given. You observe the diagram and see there the same diagram given in our textbook. Now see what is the first answer. By which method are the appliances connected? So answer is what? The appliances are connected in a parallel combination. Second one, what must be the potential difference across individual appliance? So all of you know that. What is that? 220 volt in India. That is the answer. Next, will the current passing through each appliance be the same? And justify your answer. So answer is what? No. The current passing through each appliance will be different. Current is different. As the appliances are connected in a parallel combination, the current flowing across each appliance depends upon the resistance of the appliance. Next question is given. Why are the domestic appliances connected in this way? The domestic appliances are connected in parallel. This is a proper answer, parallel combination, so that the potential difference, that is the voltage across each appliance, remains same. Same voltage required, same voltage provided with the help of this parallel combination. For that purpose, domestic appliances are connected in parallel combination only. Next question is given. If the TV stops working, will the other appliances also stops working? Explain your answer. You observe the figure carefully. So any one appliance is not properly working. So answer is no. Clear? If the TV stops working, the other appliances will not stop their working since the appliances are connected in parallel. If the appliances are connected in series, and that is happen like this, so any one appliance is not in working, so remaining appliances also not working. That's why parallel combination, all appliances are connected in parallel combination only. Even if TV stops, the circuit does not break and the current flows through the other appliances. This is the answer of this question. Next question number 2 is given. See the question. What is that? Now diagram is given. The following figure shows a symbol for a components used in the accompanying electrical circuits. So place them in a proper place. Second sub question, complete the circuit and show direction of current. And third question, which law can you prove with the help of the above circuit? So how many components are given? 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So how many places? Check there. 1, now here 2 3 4 5 are given. Clear? So how we connect all these appliances? Now check that. Now components are how many components? 6 components. And one more, I think one more vacant place is here. Now check the answer. Anywhere at the top, here at the top or at the bottom. Here one empty space, blank space is required. These two are not connected. Clear? Like this. So see the correct answer. So in this way we are connecting the components. Here voltmeter, here resistor, here ammeter having plus minus terminals. So these plus 2 are close to each other of battery and ammeter. Then key, then variable resistor, and show the direction of current from positive terminal of cell to negative. You show the direction with the help of arrows like this in the diagram. Clear all of you? Yes. And third question, third sub option is given. Which law can you prove with the help of this figure? So answer is what? Ohm's law. So you are getting 3 marks for this answer. Next one. Now Umesh has 2 bulbs having a resistance of 15 and 30 ohm. He wants to connect them in a circuit, but if he connect them one at a time, the filaments get burned. Answer the following. First sub question, which method should he use to connect the bulb? Answer is what? You write in full sentence. Answer is parallel combination. Next, What are the characteristic of this way of connecting? So already we learn about the characteristic of parallel combination. So that 5 characteristic you write in the second answer as per the textbook, as per our answer discussed last time in our video. Clear? And third sub question is given here. What will be the effective resistance in the above circuit? The effective resistance in the above circuit will be, check here. So 1 upon parallel combination. So 1 upon Rp equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Now values are given to resistance 15 and 30 ohm. Substitute the value 1 upon 15 plus 1 upon 30. After calculation, here multiplied by 2 to the 15, so 15 to the 30, here also multiplied by 2, so 2 plus 1, here 2 plus 1 upon 30, so answer is what? 3 upon 30. After invertendo, you do the cross multiplication, 3 1s are 3 10s are, left side is 1 upon Rp, do the cross multiplication, so you are getting the answer Rp equal to 10 ohm. At the last, write the answer in a proper sentence. Hence, the effective resistance of the above circuit will be what? 10 ohm. Next, the following table shows current in ampere and potential difference in volts. So find the average resistance. What will be the nature of the graph between the current and potential difference, and which law will the graph prove? Explain the law. Now these values are given in question. Volt, that is potential difference, that is voltage, and I means current is given. Now check that. So we are indicating here V1, V2, V3 like that here. I1, I2, I3. Clear? That value we are writing in given. Now R1. What is the, by using the Ohm's law? By using the Ohm's law we find out that R1 equal to V1 upon I1. Value substitute and do the calculation. Same for the R2. Same for the R3. Clear? Next. So at the last we are writing the answer. After calculation, at the last we are getting, what is the value? R1, R2 and R3. All three values are same. So actually this is this question is related to practical, that is related to Ohm's law. Clear? Now for average resistance, so R average is equal to, how to find out average? R1 plus R2 plus R3 divided by 3. So we are getting the same value. Clear? I am making the addition, and at the last we are getting the answer again 0.44 ohm. The graph between the current and potential difference will be what? Straight line, because we are getting the same. If current is directly proportional to potential difference, and that's why we are getting the straight line graph. Third sub question, the graph will prove Ohm's law. Underline here Ohm's law, which states that, and we are writing the answer of Ohm's law. If the physical state of a conductor remains constant, the current I flowing through it means resistor, is directly proportional to the potential difference V between its two ends. That is, what is the mathematical formula? V is equal to IR. This is the answer. Next, question number 6 given in our textbook. The resistance of a conductor of length X is R. If its area of cross section is A, what is its resistivity and what is its unit? Now check there. Resistance of a conductor, that is given R. Length is given X. Area of cross section is A. So resistivity of a conductor is given by, so we know the formula of resistivity. Clear? So resistivity indicated like this symbol, that is called as a rho. Rho is a Roman symbol that is used for resistivity. This symbol indicates the resistivity. So resistivity is equal to what? Resistance R multiplied by A means area of cross section divided by L. Substitute the value. So value of R, resistance is what? R. Area of cross section is A. So R into A upon length is X. So we are getting this answer. And then at the last, what? Unit of resistivity is what? Ohm meter. So how to find out? See here. Now resistance, R means resistance measured in ohm. Area of cross section, so what is the SI unit of area? Area means nothing but length into length, so meter square divided by, again length is measured in meter, so 1 meter get cancel. What is remain? Ohm meter is the answer. It is a SI, unit of resistivity. Yeah, unit of resistivity. Clear? Next. Now question number check here. Next question is given here. Now three resistors given. Now all of you see the what is question given here. I will directly explain the answer. First sub question, current I flows through x1, x2, x3. So answer is what? Resistances are connected in series as same current flows through each resistor. X is larger than x1, x2, x3. So resistors are connected in series as the effective resistance is larger than each of the individual resistances. Next question, X is smaller than x1, x2, x3, then resistances are connected parallel as effective resistance of resistor is less than the individual resistor. This is a characteristic of parallel combination. Next one, the potential difference across x1, x2, x3 is the same. So answer is the resistances are connected in parallel as the potential difference across all resistor is the same. Potential difference means voltage is same in parallel combination. Next one, x is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3. Resistances are connected in series as the effective resistances is equal to the sum of the individual resistances. So that is what formula. So R1 is equal RS equal to what? R1 plus R2 plus R3. So it is a characteristic of what? Series. Clear? And last sub question is given here. X is equal to 1 upon x1 plus 1 upon x2 plus 1 upon x3. So resistances are connected in parallel as the inverse of effective resistances is equal to the sum of the inverse of individual resistances. So these are the answer of these 6 sub questions. Next. Now question number numerical problems are given. So read the question carefully and we are writing the given. Initial length L1, initial resistance R1. Now reduced length indicated as L2, that is 70 centimeter, convert into meter, divide by 100. So 70 upon 100 means meter, in meter 0.7 meter. What we find out? Resistance of a reduced length, that is a R2 we find out. So by using the formula length and resistance, so we are using the formula of resistivity. Rho is equal to Ra upon L. Now from the formula, so what we find out? Resistance. So we are interchange. So resistance is equal, therefore resistance is equal to rho into L upon A. Next, as the wire is same in both the cases, rho and A means area of cross section will be same. So lengths are different. Clear? Next one. So R1 is equal to, we are forming the two formulas. R1 is equal to rho and A is constant. So rho into L1 upon A, same for the R2. Now dividing the above two equations. So R1 upon R2 equal to, we are making the division. What is cancelled? What is the same? Rho and A is cancelled here. So we are getting L1 upon L2. Check the formula. Then we find out what? R2. So R2 taking on this side and L1, L2 taking on left hand side. So we are getting the formula R2 equal to R1 multiplied by L2 upon L1. Substitute the value. 6 multiplied by 0.7 upon 1. So 6 7s are 42. 4.2 ohm. So finally we write the answer. Resistance of the reduced length will be 4.2 ohm. We find the resistance. So answer is in ohm. Next. Second numerical problem is given. When two resistors are connected in series, their effective resistance is 80 ohm. When they are connected in parallel, their effective resistance is 20 ohm. What are the values of the two resistance? So we find out the value of R1 and R2. Now check that. Effective resistance of series combination is given. Effective series resistance indicated as RS is 80 ohm. Effective parallel resistance indicated as RP, that is 20 ohm. To find out the values of R1 and R2. So we know the formula of series and parallel combination. RS equal to R1 plus R2. R1 upon RP equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Now by using this formula, so from formula number 1, substitute the value of Rs, so therefore 80 is equal to R1 plus R2. From the formula number 2, Rp is given 1 up there, for 1 upon 20 is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Here do the cross multiplication. So R2, after cross multiplication, we are getting R2 plus R1 upon R1 R2. But R1 plus R2, we are knowing the value in equation number 1 here. Clear? R1 plus R2, what is the value? 80. That value we substitute here. Where we substitute? Here. R1 plus R2, that value is 80. Now do the cross multiplication. R1 into R2 equal to 80 multiplied by 20. After cross multiplication, 1600. Next, R1 is equal to what? So R2 shifting on the right side, so 1600 upon R2. Now substituting the value, substituting this value of R1 in formula number 1. What is the formula number 1? Check. R1 plus R2 is equal to 80. So R1 value is 1600 upon R2 plus R2 upon is equal to 80. Now what is the denominator of R2 is 1, so do the cross multiplication. 1600 plus R2 multiplied by R2 means R2 square is equal upon R2 into 1 means R2 shifting on that side, then multiply to 80 R2 shifting on left hand side, so we are getting one quadratic equation. Factorize it. So in this way we factorize. 40 multiplied by 40, answer is what? So addition is minus 80 and product is 1600. So take the common factors. This is a quadratic equation. So R2 in bracket minus 40 in bracket. So bracket is same, R2 minus 40, R2 minus 40. So we are getting the same answer. So R2 minus 40 equal to 0. So we are getting the R2 value is 40. So what is the value of R1? So R1 plus 40 is equal to 80. So we are getting answer of R1 is also 80. This plus 40 taking on the right hand side, 80 minus 40. Again we are getting the answer 40. So values of two resistances are 40 ohm and 40 ohm. Both the answers are same. Next. Last numerical problem is given here. See there. This is last numerical. If a charge of 420 coulomb, charge measured in coulomb, flows through a conducting wire in 5 minutes, what is the value of current? So write down. Charge is given, indicated as a Q equal to 420 coulomb. Time is given in minutes, 5 minutes, but time always measured in seconds. So 5 minutes convert into seconds. So multiply by 60. So 300 seconds. Now how to what do we find out? We find out the current. Current I is equal to what? Question mark. Then by using the formula of current is equal to what? Q upon electric charge upon time. Substitute the value in this formula. Now calculation, or we are writing here calculation or what? Solution. Any one title. Therefore I is equal to, we are writing the formula, I is equal to Q upon T. 420 is the charge upon time measured in second, that is 300. 1 0 get cancelled, so 42 divided by 30. Do the calculation, you are getting the answer. Current I is equal to 1.4 ampere. At the last, you write down the answer in proper sentence. Therefore, current flowing through the conducting wire is 1.4 ampere. Clear? So, in this way, the answers of these assignment number 10 today we discuss. So, all answers you see carefully and try to write the all answers in your notebook. All are getting? Check the answers. So these are all answers of exercise. Clear? All are getting? Thank you.